Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, we are going to study a new section today, 17th word, which is interesting, very interesting. Especially we will see how it is related to our real life here, inshallah, on this earth, and what our duty is in this world, especially what is happening around us and which kind of attitude we should take towards whatever is happening out there and within our own feelings as well. And especially attention will be paid here, those afflictions occur to us and we don't like them. And what is this problem? So inshallah, we will try to solve it or see how it is suggested that we can solve this problem. And how are we going to overcome these problems? This section is, this is the 17th section of the book, The Word, and we are inshallah trying to start from the beginning. In the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate. That which is on earth, whatever is on earth, we have made as a glittering show for the earth, just an entertainment. In order that we may test them. We are being tested. Why? That's a big question. As to which of them are best in conduct. It means which of us, human beings, are best in conduct. So we are given a beautiful, charming, attractive word, and everything is really decorated, embellished in a best way, so that we will be tested whether we are going to really be best in our conduct, or we are going to be spoiled because of this beauty and we will misuse them. That is what the verse says. But there is a continuation of it. Verily, what is on earth? What is on earth, we shall make but as dust and dry soil. Wow, why? You created everything beautiful and charming, and now whoever is creating this beautiful world is turning it into a dust and dry soil. Oh, that's a great help. Oh, Fariha is here. I don't know whether you are available to continue. Fariha?
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ali. No, inshallah, we'll just listen in.
Okay, it seems to be you are joining through phone, so it sounds, yeah, okay. And I will continue. Whenever you are available, just let me know that I can leave it, because that is your job, if you like. So the Creator is going to turn everything into dust and dry soil. It means really destroy everything, make it meaningless. Why? But it's interesting. Of course, we will try to understand it. What is the life of, there's another verse here, what is the life of this world but play and amusement? It is just an amusement. But of course, the previous verse said this is because we are going to be trained here, whether we will be successful in our training, in our education, and follow a best conduct, or we will be spoiled. But we understand that it is interesting. At the end, the world is going to be destroyed, to put into a simple language. Why? I feel that from now on, we will study this. And the whole section is about this point, actually. But from now, let's get our minds ready, because the way Quran speaks in this way, or in the way that it does, as it is presented here, we made everything glittering, decorated, attractive, charming, beautiful. You will love it. Love the word itself, the earth itself. Yeah. And the one who created the world, the earth, and me too in it. Do you think there is a probability for me that I may really not take notice of the one who has provided this word to me? So I may be just carried away with my own pleasure, centered around, focused on the beauty of the word, the created thing itself, but forget about who has provided it to me, in order to help me not to divert my attention from the reality of this creation, from the purpose of this creation. The Creator is going to help me by turning this beautiful world into a dust and dirty soil. It means ugly. Turn it into an ugly form. Why? I think from now, as the verse that we read here, actually, the two verses are following each other. So we will concentrate on the first two words because they are complementing each other's meaning, so that I will take notice of the result of my love of the earth itself, rather than the one who provided it for me. Forget about it. It is going to be a test. It means it's going to be a means of education. Means of education must have two purposes. One, I am educating myself for what? Now, for example, if I educate myself only for in order to meet the needs of my body, but not my spirit, my feelings, then I will reduce the value of my existence to the level of flesh and blood, temporarily living in this world, whereas my reality is my human side, my spirit, what makes me a human being rather than animal, because my body is an animate being, but myself. I cannot be like animal. For example, if someone tells me you are a dog, I will accept it as an insult, because I am not the body only. I am my human honor. Well, that is different now. In order to have a right attitude, in order to satisfy my feelings, which require eternal happiness, limitless happiness. I don't want to destroy my humanity when I die and become a dust. I don't want it. Everybody runs away from death. We don't want to die, and especially we don't want to lose all the beautiful qualities I have. We don't want to lose all the beautiful creation out there, but it is inevitable that we are going to lose it in terms of material being. The beauty of the world must be utilized in such a way that I will find a way of satisfying the needs of the limitless capacity of my feelings. I am given the opportunity to think about it, to be able to comprehend what is going on in this world. For example, I know that the world is beautiful, but at the same time, I love it, but at the same time, I'm going to lose it. What is the point? I think I'm being somehow trained here for something else, educated to get to know what I may not know immediately when I start interacting with the world. I might lose myself in it, and I never can think of my need of my feelings, and also what is all these beautiful things are coming, all these beautiful things are coming from where? Who is providing all the things to me? Why? What am I expected to do it really? Yes, I enjoy life, but I'm going to lose. That is why I feel that this news that the earth is going to be completely destroyed at the end. I say, there must be something going on here. It is not just as simple as I take it. There is someone who is arranging it, making it beautiful, make me love, create me with the ability to love this beauty, but at the same time, beauty snatched away from my hands. Oh God, not what's going on. That is a beautiful construction of the universe in order to teach me in the most compassionate way to understand my reality, to understand the reality of existence of everything. If God, the creator, the one who created this universe, we call it God, if God did not destroy the universe, did not destroy my body, and show it to me in front of my eyes that it is inevitable, it will be a torture for me. It will be just lost, never learn anything about my reality, about the reality of this world, this earth. I would never learn anything. I wouldn't be educated. I wouldn't really search for the way to perfect myself. So I said, thank you, the creator. You created this world with an end that it is definitely going to be destroyed, as my body is going to be destroyed. But my feelings are thirsty of eternal happiness, doesn't want to lose beauty, doesn't want to lose the taste of this beautiful life. What is this contradiction? We have to learn in this section. The author is really beautifully going to describe everything. The same thing happens not only to the earth, to my life as well. I am going to experience loss of the beauty that I enjoyed in my existence, illnesses, misfortune, disappointment, stresses, anxieties, not being able to satisfy our expectations. I imagine to have a life like this, or to have a house so beautiful, perfect, comfortable. But, oh, what is the point? I'm going to lose them. Am I doing something wrong? This is the way that I am experiencing within my own being now, not only in the universe, within my own feelings, this contradiction. But we have to get our mind that this beautiful contradiction is the result of the most compassionate way of educating me, teaching me the reality of my existence. That is amazing. That is amazing. The way the Quran presents this exactly fits my human reality. I need to know this. I need to be taught this. And the news I get from the Quran teaches me exactly what my nature is in need of in order to reach my perfection in my existence, rather than lose my reality and become a meaningless playboy in this world. Really, that's not a human being, wastes his time, not really benefits from his immense human qualities. So the last verse quoted here, what is the life of this world? What a play and amusement. Oh, what a beautiful reminder. Yes, it is beautiful. The world is really created in a wonderful way. So amazing, mesmerizing. Everything is exciting, especially this spring is approaching now. I started seeing the buds are coming and showing that they are going to demonstrate beautiful flowers and the blossoming of the trees and plants. And I am excited about it, but this is just a play and amusement. Why? It seems to be first, it is very disappointing. Why did you make this one so beautiful and tell me that it is just an amusement? Come on, it's a play, it is not sport actually. Sport means really purposeless activities. It is just a play. Like a toy in the hands of a child. You use it now, you love it when you first get it, you are so happy. After a few days, it becomes meaningless. That is the reality of the universe. We are experiencing this. We have been experiencing this from the beginning of our childhood. These verses are so useful, perfect guide for us, for me, that I understand my reality. I understand the reality of existence, so I prepare myself. And also, through this understanding, all my disappointments, all the things really inflict on my hopes and expectations become meaningful. Help. I mean, put it in a simple language, nothing but mercy of my Creator, helping me to understand, to learn my reality, inshallah. So let's say these verses are everything really about practically how are we going to practice them in our life. We are so angry sometimes, disappointed, even think of committing suicide, meaningless life. I don't want to live in this world. So we are really living in a turbulence of all kinds of feelings, excitement sometimes, and we are getting so happy, and something happens, we become very disappointed and angry with the Creator sometimes, challenge with him. We do that. I do that. So we will understand, we will study the details of these fundamental teachings of the Quran. So what we are going to study is a commentary on these verses. So we know that how the Quran should be read and understood, inshallah, as we study the detailed explanations of the commentary made on these verses by the author. This world consists of two elevated stations and one brilliant addendum. Okay, this is the structure. Let's see what it says. The all-compassionate creator, oh, that's a beautiful start. Creator is not really demonstrating his power and challenging me. Oh, you are, man. You are totally under my hand and control. You cannot do anything without. No, no, no. Compassionate creator, the munificent provider, the all-wise maker, made this world in the form of a festival and celebration for the world of spirits and spirit beings. It means for us. So you see that is in a commentary on the verse. I was excited about it and I spoke a lot. It is in the text actually. Adorning it with the wondrous embroideries of all his names, his qualities. He's manifesting all these beautiful qualities, the compassion, the provider, wise, etc. So he clothes each spirit, great or small, elevated or lowly, according to us, elevated and lowly. In fact, it needs a great detail. Every creature is elevated. We may see that the worm is, come on, in the earth, cannot really stand even the light of the sun and dies, and the birds come and pick them up and eat them. So simple creatures, we may think that they are lowly, but in fact, if you try to kill the worm, look how it really tries to hide and save its life. For it is the most beautiful form of existence, because he is qualified with the senses so that it loves its life. That is the compassion of the creator, wise creator actually, wisdom of the creator. In a body decked out with senses, especially every animate being is decked out, decorated or equipped with the senses suitable to it. We may not like rats, but ask the rat and take the rat, put it into, according to us, a clean area. It dies, man. It needs this dirty places. That is why suitable to it. So he enjoys it. It is a paradise for them if they get into the drainage of the city sewage system. So suitable to it and appropriate for benefiting from the innumerable various good things and bounties in the festival. Everybody's enjoying the festival. Especially now in spring, we see that they are coming into life and becoming alive and giving life, of course. They are receiving life and becoming flourishing. So it is a festival for them. But we should not forget that there is fall coming as well and winter coming as well. That's how we have to learn how to reconcile this so that the same thing happens within our spirit, within our soul. We have to reconcile within ourselves as well. That's the training first takes place outside and then to be applied into our own life. He gives each a corporeal being and sends it to the spectacle ones. So they become apparent in front of eyes. And he divides the festival, which is most expensive in regard to both time and space, into centuries, years, seasons, and even days and their parts, physical parts, and makes them all exalted festivals in the form of parades, or how do you put it? Parades, I think. If I'm wrong, please correct me in my pronunciation. Parades for all the groups of his creatures with spirits, and for his plant and vegetable artifacts. All these creations that are masterpieces, actually, all of them, plants, vegetables, and animals. They are in a parade, demonstrating the qualities of their creator in different forms, manifested in different forms in their existence. All of them are happy. None of the things is happy to lose their existence, to lose their life. But death is inevitable, that's something else. But we are given the ability to love our existence, not only human beings, every creature. None of the animals really desires to die. Animals don't commit suicide, but stupid human beings do. Some of them. Especially the face of the earth is spring and summer. Now, spring and summer. It is a series of festivals for the groups of small beings, so glittering it draws the gazes of the spirit beings and angels and the dwellers of the heavens in the high levels of the world. It means dwellers of the heavens in the high levels of the world means the angels. I mean, that is not our subject. Let's not get into it. So the angels also enjoy this beauty, and how do you say, sings hymns the beautiful manifestations of the names of the Creator as they are manifesting themselves in this world. And of course, our angelic side also must join these glorifications, or as it says, they draw the attentions of the gazes of the spirit beings. It means our gazes also, the gazes of our spirit also must be drawn to it. For those who think and contemplate, it is a place for reflection. It is a place for reflection. I mean, just eat and forget about it. No, think about it. Use your human qualities to think, to reflect on it. It's so wonderful. The mind is powerless to describe it. Yeah, I mean, who can describe the beauty of this type of creation, really? But we know that it deserves to be appreciated as much as we can. But in the face of the manifestations of the divine names of most merciful, it means the Creator's qualities manifested in it, which is most merciful and giver of life in this divine feast. You can call it divine festival and Dominical festival, the names of subduer and dealer of death. Oh, everybody is subject to his command, his will, and he takes them away from this world, this type of creation, and gives them death, of course. Appear with death and separation. Yeah, but separation means continuous death, actually, in our practical life. And this is apparently uncomfortable with the all-embracing mercy of, yeah. In our eyes, it seems to be apparently uncomfortable with the all-embracing mercy of that this Creator says, my mercy encompasses all things. I would say all things, including you're distributing the death, dealing the death. It means giving the death to me, and also taking everything under your control and giving them death continuously. As far as human beings are created, it means they are all gone into past, and I cannot get any access to it. I cannot get it back. Is it really your mercy encompassing all things, or your mercy gives me the health or gives me what I desire, but sometimes you go crazy, as if it seems to be, and give death to it. It means taking care of it. But the Quran says, no, 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 no. Even when the death is given, when the beautiful things are destroyed during the fall and winter, it is mercy. Oh, something hard to swallow, isn't it? But we will see, inshallah. And also we touched upon it as we were introducing the subject on the general terms. So, however, in reality, there are several ways in which it is comfortable, and one of these is as follows. Now, let's say before going into these ways of finding the comfortable way of understanding this discomforting aspect of the universe according to our apparent observations or reflections, or if you call it reflection or not reflecting at all, just first appearance. We don't like it. We run away from it, but it happens. Sometimes it is inevitable. Whatever we do, we cannot really escape death. So, anybody, please go ahead. I spoke a lot. So, I would like to hear your comments, concerns, questions, whatever you want to say, your thoughts. No? No one would like to share anything with you? Like this giving death, or whatever you hope, you think you get it, but as soon as you get it, you get the news with it that I'm going to leave you alone. In its nature, the way it is created, says I am temporary, I'm transient, I'm going to leave you alone. You cannot get hold of me as you want. You cannot keep it. This is just a temporary taste, small taste, and I will disappear. So you have to reflect on it. It is very, okay, at first seems to be very discomforting. Okay, Farah. Thank you. Go ahead.
So reflecting on this, I think because maybe in these discussions we talk about these topics seriously and frequently. The first impression that I had was that, you know, the author's presentation of it being a festival, of this contrast of, and the way that it's contrasted in the verses, that, you know, there is a glittering show on the earth, and then verily what is on the earth, we shall make it but as dust and dry soil. So one would expect, let's say we're talking about someone whose worldview we don't know what it is. But generally speaking, in the world that as we observe today, one would expect that someone would be disturbed and shocked and frustrated, maybe, and angry at this concept, that they would be given something, or that they have something for enjoyment and consumption, and then it would be taken away. So yes, the expected reaction is of that. But I'm sure this author will highlight this connection more, and it already has in this sense, that if one sees the act of giving and the act of taking both as meaningful messages, then you can't say that one is more enjoyable or, let's say, welcomed than the other. They're both welcomed as long as you recognize that they're both carrying meaning from the same source. So that's what comes to my mind. I guess maybe there's a way of thinking about it, like, let's say when you are very young, the idea of maybe having sweets or something for breakfast or at any time of the day sounds very exciting to you. And whenever anybody tells you that, no, there's a time and place to have this, and it's not, before you eat your meal, it can feel very disappointing to you. But then as you grow older, you break from this realization and understand something behind these actions and intentions, to understand, as we were talking about this morning, about wisdom in the act. And so wisdom in the taking away and in death or turning things into dust and soil, wisdom being seeing things for what they are in their reality, as signs and messages from the same creator. Then I guess the shock value or the disappointment becomes unjustified. So I'm thinking this way. I guess maybe I should also try to think about putting myself in a position of feeling shocked first and surprised and disappointed before I come to the conclusion. But I don't know. I'm struggling with being in that mindset at the moment.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Most of the people deny God, deny the Creator, although it really is pretty obvious. The universe cannot be explained in another way. There must be an organizer, originator, or controller, and taking care of the order and giving each being their own unique identity. Each being has its own unique identity. If you really think deeply, every moment this identity is refreshed, renewed, that the main personality remains, but the way it is created is subject to change, especially in human nature and the order of the universe. The order of the universe doesn't change, but whatever is created within the order always changed perfectly in an orderly way. I mean, that is pretty obvious. But why people prefer to deny? What I understand, that's my personal understanding. You may really just trash it away and say, this is trash. Disagree and trash it. Because we love the beauty. We love perfection. We love life. But we ourselves, this is the problem, underlined, we ourselves, we cannot hold on to it as we want. Why? Although we are given the sense to love it, but in contrast to the sense of love, we are being deprived of it out of our will. So what we get angry. You know, if you give a chocolate to the child and just gets the first bite hardly and then take the chocolate away, he cries and he doesn't like you at all. He doesn't say, well, wonderful, man. No, you did a very good job. No, which cries, gets angry, and so little he is or she is, he starts to beat you up. Although you are a huge man for him, 10 times bigger than him or her. Tries to challenge you. Exactly this feeling happens among some people if they don't seriously think about the nature of the creation that we have been talking here, especially under the light of the verses which the subject is introduced to from the very beginning. They are wonderful. What they do, they try to challenge God, the creator, although there is something there. They say, no, I'm not going to submit myself to you. I'm not going to acknowledge you. You took the chocolate out of my hand without being satisfied with it. Now, the children never get satisfaction, by the way. We also never get from the beauty of the world. We get a car, for example, that we like, and then we see another car better than ours. Or we see the advertisement of another car, the new fashion, new model, the new year, whatever. And also we see something, not very frequent, but rarely they talk about some kind of cars that people really enjoy, so comfortable. And we start sighing, said, if only I had one of them. Like this. That is how our greed never satisfies, like the love of the chocolate of a child never gets satisfaction, never ends. So if we cannot, we see that we cannot satisfy ourselves, we turn to be an enemy of it and deny it because we are failed. Of course, we don't want to fail. That is our feeling. But failed against what? I don't want to be failed in my exam in the school, but as a created being, I have to use my wisdom, my intelligence in the right way, and then said, look, this intelligence is given to me. This existence is given to me. So the one who holds it, who owns it, and that is my duty to be thankful to him and get in touch with him, rather than getting angry, not like a child that it will cry and shout, but as a mature man, I have to say, please, I love this chocolate. You gave me the chocolate. You are the one who gives it to me. So I admit that I cannot have it by myself. I admit that I need of it. I love it. Please give me again. That is a call, or call to acknowledgement of the one who gives it. If he did not take it away at all, do you think this human greed will ever acknowledge that this chocolate of the beautiful world for a grown-up is a gift to me by a one who loves me, wants to be acknowledged, loved, and he wants to practice his love to me by saying, yes, I will give you the chocolate. If you turn to me, if you ask me, definitely I will give you. But if you are aggressive, arrogant to me, you don't appreciate the gift. Sorry, there is no more gift for you. There is no more gift for you. That is what all these things are taken away from us, is an invitation to have a positive, loving interaction, conversation with my Creator, with the source of my existence, which I am aware of it. Even the most atheist person, I believe definitely he knows that, he or she knows that definitely such a being exists. They may not be able to describe it, but definitely it has an origination. The originator, this universe, my existence, has an originator, has an organizer. But what they do, although they cannot really provide any convincing evidence for it at all, there is no such evidence, so that they will present it to me. All the speculations upon speculations, apologetic language that the science has not developed yet. That's why we don't know where this universe came from, origin of the universe, maybe from a dark energy, maybe from another endless universes, turn it into a black hole. Theories and theories. If you ask them, what is this? I don't know. Have you experienced the black hole? No. Have you experienced the antimatter? No. Have you? No. But the equations require it. This is correct. Your reality requires it. Yes, there must be an originator. Your reality acknowledges it. Those equations necessitate the source of existence of this universe is or represents your reality, your real nature. But if I don't want to acknowledge the giver and saying that this chocolate is mine, I don't want to lose it. Who is taking it? I'm going to beat him up. That is the source of denial. I don't think the source of denial is not being able to understand and make sense of the existence of the universe. That is why this 17th word is so essential, dealing with a very essential human side, human reality. Why we get angry with the Creator by having a challenge against him. I want to control my existence without thinking that it is a gift to me by someone else. I don't want to accept any superior position or superior being above me, so that I will be accountable to it. I will be thankful to it. I will have a positive or acknowledging interaction with it. That is the problem if we don't really take our reality seriously and think about it, what I am in this world, as an independent being or totally dependent in my existence, so that my existence, the nature of my existence, is nothing but a gift, an invitation for getting to know each other and having a conversation, relationship, and then loving relationship. I want to be loved, and I want to love the one who favors me. But what I do, I digress the direction of my love, pointing or directing it to the word itself rather than the one who creates it. Why? My arrogant side doesn't want to submit to it. That is why if something happens to me, and if I am ungrateful or unhappy with it, which, I mean, the sense of dislike is used for this purpose. I don't mean the sense of dislike, but if I get angry with the one who is taking away my chocolate from me, my youth from me, my power from me, my health from me, my life from me. No, so if I don't really see the reality of my existence, definitely I turn to be an enemy of the Creator and say, I don't want to believe in God. I don't want to believe that this universe is a creator. This is nothing to do with really intellectual activity, really lack of evidence at all. Everything is an evidence, that everything is evidence for the reality that they cannot have their existence by themselves. Every human intelligent comfortably understands this with no difficulties at all. You don't have to be a scientist at all. But the reason is, the problem is within ourselves. The sense of dislike is given to me, sense of disliking the afflictions is given to me in order to look for a solution. If I didn't have the dislike of this unhappy ways of creation, then I would be very happy with it. Like the rat, loving the dirt and all this disgusting, according to us, disgusting places. It is a paradise. It is the garden for them, perfect garden for them. Look, if they take a rat from this, switch system of system, they die. They cannot survive. That is for them is the best way of life. We have to be very careful while we are analyzing the things taken away from us. I am created with the sense of dislike of dirt, dislike of lie, dislike of not truth but false, dislike of cheating myself, for example. So I have to use the sense of dislike so that I will ask and search for the source of existence who gave me the chocolate of this world, and go back to him and ask him to give me eternally, continuously. He doesn't say, I'm not going to give you, because he gave me the sense to desire for it. It means that's an invitation. That is just this really promise that he's going to satisfy this feeling. It gave it to you. Why do you think he would, the one who created you, would give you the desire for happiness and not give it and put you in a torturous position? What is the matter with him? What is the problem with him? He's a crazy one. Do you look at the universe? Do you see any sign of craziness? That is what we have to check ourselves continuously. If we desire something according to our expectations, thinking that this world is the eternal place usually, and we don't want this, we don't want this, yeah, these desires are given to us as a promise and inviting us to communicate with him, get in touch with him, and establish a loving, respectful, grateful relationship with him. So look, you gave me this sense. I believe you are just inviting me for the satisfaction of this sense, because I need to satisfy this sense. That's what your work is. This is your work. So please give me. So I need it. I'm not arrogant to say that I'm going to guarantee my life. It is no way that I can guarantee my life. That is the mercy of the Creator. If there was 1% possibility that I may guarantee my life, definitely I wouldn't really look for God, the creator, and get in touch with him, even really think about him. No, I will just concentrate on to catch this 1% possibility and get the eternal life in this world and eternal happiness in this world, because this is the purpose. Not living eternally in this world is not the purpose. Having a life with eternal happiness is the purpose. That's what we desire. I don't want to have a miserable old age life and disease is always being a continuous visitor of the hospital. I don't like it. That's what I am giving this sense. I don't like it. So if we really pay attention to our reality, we will understand that all these things that we don't like, we call them calamities or unfortunate events. There is no such thing, but that is interpretation, our interpretation. Although we don't like them, that is reality, because it is another invitation that you shouldn't like it and come to me. You shouldn't like it and come to me. But I have to leave behind my arrogant attitude towards my reality, towards my creator, which my reality points to, this creator. So the owner, I have to admit that I'm totally dependent on my owner. Inshallah. This is very exciting. This is very essential to deal with this problem of whatever you call it, evil or disasters, or which kind of God he is, that he is not merciful. No. All the things, whatever is created, is nothing but out of his compassion. Yeah. What this verse says, my mercy encompasses all things. It means bad or good, whatever we see in this world. Everywhere, if you are careful, you can see my compassion there. In the creation of death, you can easily see the compassion of the creator. It doesn't make you really love the old age in a miserable conditions, continuously complaining about everything. You stand up and you start feeling dizzy, as I am now, as an old age man. So I don't like it. So what I should now, it is a very compassionate way of creation. It is an invitation to me that, please, my creator, give me what you promised me in my feelings. That is a promise. I know it is a promise from you. And get out of this world. I am happy with it. I want a perfect enjoyment of my existence. Not myself, I will guarantee it. My creator will give it to me. This understanding needs leaving the arrogance, human egocentric arrogance behind. If somebody, never forget this, the time is up, but that is my conclusion. I mean, in my personal life, if somebody complains about something in this world, and this complaint goes towards God, and unhappy through this complaint, included the unhappiness of the creator of this source of complaint, whatever the reason was for my complaint, is out of nothing but arrogance. How modest I may seem to be. I don't know how much I may pray, how many times I may pray a day. How much I claim that I am a Muslim. All false to me, baseless, because I don't feel happy with what is created. I don't feel happy what is created. So this is nothing but out of my arrogance. I have to acknowledge it. So if someone complains about the creation, takes a miserable attitude towards the creation, always tasteless, no excitement, no happiness, miserable. The problem is arrogance. What's wrong with yourself, man? Who you are? Who you are? Do you want to control the existence, your existence? Would you like to just claim that I own myself? What are you doing? You say that I believe in God for nothing, even if someone says. This is just a lip service. We have to understand this. It doesn't mean that he denies God, but his claim to believe in God has no real value in it. Because if he feels unhappy with creation, of course, you feel unhappy with people who treat you in a bad way. That is what we are created for, but not with the Creator. Watch out! Not with the Creator. It is so important to pay attention. Inshallah, the paragraph says, which we are going to follow next week, inshallah. However, in reality, there are several ways in which it is comfortable, and one of these is as follows. Now, we will learn now how to feel comfortable about the mercy of God when he creates death, as we call it, disasters, etc. We have to understand and apply it now. This is a very interesting section of the word, the book, which is called The Word. It is just introspective analysis and solution from within. It's a training. I mean, there is no need to go to a psychotherapy or something. Just try to just digest the 17th word, the content of this word, and definitely I have to leave arrogance in my behavior, as if claiming that I am the owner of my existence. First, I have to admit that it is not reality. I know that I didn't create myself. There is no need to look for an evidence for it. So, turn to yourself. Say, for example, I'm speaking to my Ali, leave arrogance. It is not your reality. You know it. You know it. Not because you don't understand, intellectually you are backward or I don't know, dwarf or something. No. You know it, but your egoistic tendency does not to admit it. First, solve this problem within yourself. Leave this false claim, and then look at how the things are created, how you are created within yourself, how your feelings function, what you want, where do you get them? Make an analysis within yourself. You will understand the face of the world will change. According to you, change yourself. First, take care of yourself, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Before I close, please, anyone who would like to share his thoughts, comments, questions, concerns. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Inshallah, we will continue next week. Wassalamu alaikum. I'll see you on Monday.